Yes, and we have to hurry so the construction guys don't come back.
Hello. Hello, everyone. It's afternoon for us, but it might be morning still for you.
Yes.
So good morning, good afternoon. How is everyone? I feel like my phone is just slightly crooked.
Oh, I always feel like that.
I don't know. It moves around.
I know. Yeah, you think you have it solid, and then it kind of goes, oh. You're like, no.
Gotta tighten everything. And then it's like this. Hello, Jen. Hello, Barbie. Hello, Sue. Hello, Lemmy. Don't want to miss anybody.
Howdy, everybody, as you're wondering, in this fine Monday afternoon. Well, I hope it's fine for y'all. Look at Claudia drinking out of her fancy goblet.
I'm drinking water out of my depression glass.
But I love that it looks pink. Pink water. It looks like pink water. I love that.
Hi, Lori. How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. We got up to 84 degrees on Saturday here, but we're supposed to be back down to 30 Wednesday night. Blech.
Yeah, blech. Yeah.
I take the blankets off the bed, but don't put them far because I'm going to have to put them back on the bed.
Oh, yes. It was nice yesterday, but doing the sale lasted almost 4 hours. I missed all the really nice weather.
Oh, hi, Sheila.
It was a bummer. Hey, Sheila. So, and today's just cloudy and gross, and tomorrow's going to be cloudy and gross. So.
We had some sun this morning, but it's supposed to thunderstorm this afternoon. So we will see what it's doing by the time I'm done with the sale. I can tell it's not sunny anymore.
No, it's not. Hi, Rebecca. How you doing?
John, quick, lunch.
Hi, I know that.
Hi, Carrie.
Quick thing. So, guys, I will explain and apologize now if we're in the middle of the sale. All of a sudden, here, the construction men are here, and right now they're on lunch. Hey, Kitschy.
So if you are new to us, every Monday we flip-flop channels and we pick a subject to talk about, maybe sell some things from that subject. Today, I think everything I have is kitchen glass type stuff. Good morning, Book. So we sell some glass, we talk about a subject, we keep it short so you can spend your lunch with us. Hi, Tracy. And that is what we do every Monday. Today, you're on my channel, Claudia K Vintage. If you are not subscribed, I'm 40 away from 500. Hi, Kitty Cat. And next week will be on Nikki. So if you are not subscribed to her, you want to make sure you're subscribed to her so you don't miss a notification about this sale. It is so fun and informative. I ship from Ohio. Nikki ships from New York. And we need your info today if you have not purchased from us before. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in my description box if you want to go and read that. We both have pretty much the same rules, just kind of different days on when we're going to ship an invoice. Last week, I actually packed an invoice after each sale. Ooh. And that worked really well. Don't know if I can do it every week, but I did do it last week. So I was, because I knew I had things going on the weekend and some things I wanted to get done. So that worked really well. I had my weekend free, which was nice.
I invoice every Wednesday because I do sales Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I combine everybody's shipping and I invoice you on Wednesday and I ship out on Saturday, although not this Saturday because I had a lot of people who hadn't paid yet. So your packages will go out today.
And I do require payment within 48 hours if you don't pay and I haven't heard from you, because communication is key. We understand that things happen. We are all just one car breakdown away from not being able to buy the fun things we wanted to. But if there's no communication, then the invoice gets canceled. And on my channel, you're no longer allowed to purchase.
I'm getting to that point. I got to be honest. I am getting to that point of people not paying and people backing out. I've had a couple people back out and people not pay. And I am getting to that point myself where I'm just going to be like, ooh.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we have to do that, but this is how we pay the bills. So it's just business. It's not personal.
Oh yeah, please
So
don't take it personal, guys. It's not a personal
yeah.
thing.
And
It's just
I
we have
don't
to keep our
block you
heads
from the
above water.
channel. You just can't
No.
bid anymore. You're
Yeah.
welcome to come and hang out with us. But if there's no communication, that's the problem. If there's
Yeah.
communication and we are, hi Jeannie, and you've told me what's going on, or you've told me when you can pay, or even if you've told me you have to cancel because your car broke down, that's communication. But when there is no communication and I've waited and then I've had to cancel the invoice, you can't purchase from me anymore. I'm sorry.
And the
It's
same
just
thing goes if you
business.
don't send your
Hi, Kim.
info, right? Don't send
Yeah.
your info. I'm assuming you really didn't want that item because you didn't take the 2 seconds to send me your info. And I'm not chasing people down anymore because this eats up enough of our time and that eats up even more. And then we have the whole screw up thing because I'll even have people send me their information and they didn't mean to. There's a typo and they've sent it wrong.
Like Canada zip codes for some reason.
Like me and my zip code.
Hi, Mary.
So it's not like I did it in the beginning and Claudia will vouch for it. She got back to me. She's like, you sure that's the right zip code? I'm like, no, it wasn't the right zip code. I'm sorry. So yes, please, 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 please do that so that we know that you communicate and send your information. 2 of the most important rules in the vintage reselling game on YouTube.
Okay, let's get started. We're talking about kitchen glass, which is so exciting because probably a lot of people do not know that up until the early 1900s, most people, unless they were rich, did not have a lot of glass. They just didn't. They cooked in cast iron. They ate off of ceramic plates, or they used wood bowls. Like glass was not a common thing in kitchens before the early 1900s. Rich people had glass, but regular people did not. And like you would get your medicine in the glass bottle and you would take it back to get it refilled because glass was precious. So having glass in your kitchen was not a common thing. Hi, Sheila. You know what I think it is, Sheila? I'll just address this real quick. I think it's because we've grown, and as you grow, the community gets bigger. And so you get people who aren't as kind and loyal as it was when we were smaller. So I think that's why we've had to talk about it, because we're growing, which is fantastic. I mean, it is wonderful. It's growing pains. That's all it is. It's just growing pains. So it's wonderful that we're growing because our community is bigger, but that means then there are people who are not as kind and loyal and honest as the core people we started with. Does that make sense? So, that's why. But okay, so kitchen glass. So then 2 big things happened in the early 1900s. So 2 things changed kitchens. The first one was Pyrex was developed. The guy that made Pyrex, his wife, and it didn't start out as Pyrex. I can't remember. I didn't.
Yeah, it was a different. They renamed it. Yeah.
Yeah, but his wife wanted to cook in glass, and he's like, bake in glass. What? The company he worked for told him it couldn't be done. He did it anyway. So Pyrex changed kitchen, what we cooked in, and then Depression, where glass was cheaply made and given away for free. And so people, normal people with average incomes and even poorer people could now have glass in their kitchen, and they could have pretty, pretty things. So then glass had a big boom. 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, you had glass, 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 glass. Everything was glass in your kitchen. You had glass mixing bowls, and you had glass casseroles, and you had glass dishes. And then Tupperware started to pick up. And moms realized that they could store their items or use their mixing bowls with their kids in the kitchen safely again. And so then everything wasn't glass anymore. So you can, and you know, like the 50s, you had a lot of aluminum in the kitchen. So you had aluminum serving things. And so it wasn't like there was any point in time where you would have an entirely glass kitchen. Although you can create one now. Almost everything in my kitchen is glass now. I love it. So you can create an entirely glass kitchen, but there's just this short period of time where most of the things in your kitchen would have been glass. And then Tupperware came along and we're like, no, now we can seal our things in plastic and we can use our plastic mixing bowls and we don't have to be breaking things. And so kitchen glass.
No, instead we'll melt them.
Yeah.
How many pieces of Tupperware did you grow up having melted because your mom left them on the stove or in the stove like my mom used to?
Or like your Tupperware canisters, you put the hot thing too close and it would melt along your Tupperware canisters. Yeah. So before the 1900s, you didn't really have glass in your kitchen unless you were rich. And after the 1900s, you had this short amount of time where almost everything in your kitchen would have been glass. And then we moved on to a lot of plastic for more convenience and for less breakage. And so kitchen glass has never left the kitchen, but it wasn't near as popular as it was for this very short amount of time from late 20s through the 50s. And in the 50s is when Tupperware parties began and Tupperware really took off. So,
I mean, you're talking even knives and ladles were made out of glass. Things that you wouldn't be like, why is that made out of glass? Even that rolling pins were made out of glass. Places to put your butter knife. They're these little, they look like little dumbbells. They're about this big. To put the butter knife down was made out of glass. Like things you wouldn't think would be made out of glass, they made out of glass. Because glass was a way to show wealth. It always has been throughout history. It was a way to show wealth.
Yep.
Can you imagine not having glass on your windows and just having open windows?
Or the wax paper to keep the wind from cutting through.
Yep.
I mean, look at the amount of women that went west in covered wagons with their mom's china in sawdust. And that was the one thing they protected when they went west. But they got out there. They didn't have glass windows.
No glass
rich
windows.
People had glass windows.
Yep. That they brought in from the coast. And usually it was the East Coast. It was never the West Coast. Oh, yes. Glass means money, people. So
All right, I'm going to switch the layout. All right, now I'll go first since I am up here first. So first thing I have is a piece of depression wear. So this is the Miss America pattern by Hocking, and it made you look rich. The color was called crystal, even though it was not crystal. So it made you look rich without being rich. And this was the glass that they would give away when you came to the grocery store and you purchased stuff. And to get the bigger things, you would go to the 5 and dime and pay for like the bigger serving pieces. And so this compo is in really good condition. No chips, no cracks. I love this pattern.
I love the optics.
It's so pretty. They did this pattern in pink, and that is what a lot of people collect, is this pattern in pink because it goes along with the Miss America name. This one is just over 4 3/4 inches tall. I think this would be beautiful actually in your bedroom with like pearls dangling off of it and rhinestone necklaces and that kind of thing. I think that would be super pretty. But you could also put your fairy lights in here and you'd get that beautiful, especially if you had the twinkle fairy lights. So just a really, really pretty piece of depression wear.
And the twinkle lights, little fairy lights would look gorgeous because of the optics of it. It would just you'd have light everywhere.
So this one is going to be $9, number 3. $9, number 3.
That is a deal.
My first 2 items are examples of how a glass came into the kitchen. So my second piece is going to be Pyrex. Now this is Pyrex by Corning. This was the tableware.
Oh, you got Kim for 3.
Thank you, Kim.
Hey, Angela, how you doing?
Hi, Angela, and hello, everybody. If I missed you coming in, hello, welcome. We're glad you're here. So this is just a little Pyrex cereal bowl. And it says right there, Pyrex tableware by Corning on the bottom. I don't come across Pyrex very often around here. Thank you, Kim. But I found this piece this weekend. Yesterday when I was out sourcing, I was like, just a little cereal. So
is it iridescent?
No, I think that's my ring light.
Oh, it's your ring light?
No.
Okay.
And Tableware by Corning made several different patterns. So I was trying to figure out if this had a pattern on it one time that is voiced off over the years. I couldn't tell. So I don't know if they ever did a plain. I am not a Pyrex expert. I actually prefer Fire King over Pyrex. Shh, don't tell the Pyrex people. I think I have 2 pieces of Pyrex. One is pink and one is green because my kitchen's pink and green. So I'm not a Pyrex hater. I love Fire King.
I love certain Fire King pieces over Pyrex pieces and certain Pyrex over Fire King. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So little Pyrex cereal bowl. If you would like this little Pyrex bowl, $5, number 16. $5, number 16. And those were 2 examples of the glass that changed American kitchens.
And see, I find a lot of Pyrex because Pyrex is from New York. It's from Corning, New York. So I have to go to the museum one of these days. I don't think it's that far. It's probably a couple-hour drive. But I find more Pyrex, whereas Claudia finds more really cool glass because she lives in the part of the glassmaking capital there.
Yep.
So my first piece is a Fenton piece. This is a Fenton Hobnail chip and dip bowl. So any good hostess would have had a chip and dip bowl, probably quite a few. This one is 8 inches across. Now, I think it's a small chip. This is like a personal chip and dip bowl as far as I'm concerned, because you have just enough space to put in dip for one. That's how I feel anyway. And then in here, you would, I guess, your chips. But I think this would be fabulous with some guacamole and some chips around it. Sitting in the middle of your table for when you have guests over.
I literally am picturing myself sitting in front of the TV with my chip and dip. Just Yep.
Just like that.
Not a Fenton Hobnail. That's what I'm doing right now.
Hi, Tina. How are you? Crackers and cheese ball. Oh, a cheese ball would fit lovely and perfect in there. But I mean, it's a white piece. I'm sorry. I did a preview. Jen's yelling at me. How dare I? And I think it's the round ones too, Jen. I don't think it's the bubbly ones because they're very soft. They're not like super duper pointy.
They're not stabby pointy.
They're not stabby. They're not Madonna bra pointy. They're not Madonna bra. And it is a chunky piece. Now there's no Fenton mark on it right now. So that means, I lied. There is a Fenton mark on it. There it is right there. So it is from probably the 70s, which totally makes sense. So if you're interested in my chip and dip bowl, it will be $15, number 87. $15, number 87. Holiday. Thank you, Barbie. You make my day whenever you sing that. She really does. And my next piece, I was really excited when I found these 2 little pieces together. So I have 2 of these guys right here. They're condiment jars.
They're so good.
Love these. These are, let me take the little spoons out. I will knock those over. I'm going to try to get this to show up, but because of the glare in the ring light, George Grillard.
Yep, you can see it.
Can you see it? Okay, good. I love the cranberry and gold, like, I'm going to call it caning pattern like you would see on a chair. It's probably exactly what it is. I saw a lot of his stuff this weekend when I was at Stormville too, but I left it. But these are gorgeous. Thank you. Now they do both come with spoons, but for some reason I'm getting the feeling these might not have been their original spoons because the lid stays nice and shut. When you put the spoon in, try not to drop everything. I just feel like the lid doesn't stay on quite as well. So these might have been replacement spoons.
Yeah. The spoons are still vintage though.
Yes, they're very. Oh, my grandmother always used to say, You lose teaspoons when you have people over because they throw them away by accident. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened to these, but they broke. So you get both of them. We have a set of 2, so matching. So you could have mayonnaise and mustard, ketchup and mustard ranch. You can do whatever you want with them. They'd be really fun to put out at your next get together. And both the spoons, the spoons are identical, which is kind of cool. At least the spoons are identical, and they're plastic. So if you're interested in the set of 2 George Grillard glass condiment jars, for the both of them, it'll be $24, number 98. $24, number 98 on those. And those are my 2. Put my little set back together here.
All right, my next item is a Gemco nut chopper. Now, my mom had my grandma's. Hers was yellow. And I borrowed it every year at Christmas to chop my nuts for Christmas candies. And then I found my own in pink. And then I found my own in blue that matched my kitchen. So I have a pink
nice.
and a blue one of these now. Although this past year at Christmas, I did not make candies, so I didn't even use them. But I have my own now. I don't have to borrow my mom's anymore. And the yellow did not match my kitchen. So there you go. So this one is in good condition. Let me show you the pieces. So there on the bottom, it says Gemco. They made a lot of nut choppers, USA. The white will go with any kitchen, which is nice. And use these. These are fantastic for chopping nuts.
How do they work?
So,
like, how do you chop the nuts? You put them in there? Okay.
Yep. Do you see the little choppy chops?
Okay. Because I think they're neat. And honestly, you spend more money buying chopped nuts from the store when if you got them all whole, you would save a couple of dollars by having one of these. Yeah.
And you can chop them to your desired, because sometimes when you buy the chopped nuts, they're not the right size pieces that you prefer in your candy. Anyway, so this one's in really good condition.
Oh, it is. It looks out of the box almost.
Well, it has somewhere, and because the nuts have the oil in them, then these can get goobered up inside. So it does have some wear in there. It's hard to show on here, but I've seen them with broken teeth and everything. So I would say this one's in super good condition. Yeah. Hi, Sal. And hi, Tina. I waved at you. I don't know if you saw me. Hello, everyone. If you're just coming in, we appreciate you being here. If you guys have questions about kitchen glass, because I did a lot of reading about it, so you can pop it in there if you have questions. We might know the answer.
We might not.
Yeah, we might not.
We might not.
For the nut chopper, it is $10, number 11. $10, number 11. And then my next thing, we're super excited to find these. Garage sale season hasn't really started for us, but there was somebody who had a relative that, thank you, Tracy, that died, and they were a hoarder. So you got to go into the house, and then they had just stuff everywhere. And they'd already taken 5 of the massive trash roll-offs out of there. To get it to that where they could actually have the sale. But he had stuff still brand new in box.
Wow.
And like the Avon, not the red. I didn't know Avon had done a green. Avon did a green. So it had a green tray with a clear glass decanter with a green glass lid or, stopper. And then little green. It was wonderful. I didn't buy it, but tons and tons and tons of stuff. So I got these there, and they look brand new except for the wear on some of the gold. It's the Pyrex oil and vinegar. But look how clear the glass looks.
Oh, those are fabulous.
So this one, the gold seems pretty good on, but this one, the gold, and you're not going to be able to see it. The gold has wear on this one. So, they're Little stoppers are in good shape. They stand all the way to the top of the lid, 6 inches, to the top of the glass is 5 1/4. And in very teeny tiny letters in here, it says Pyrex, made in the USA on the lid. So these are Pyrex. They did another one that would have had a really fancy oil and vinegar on each of these, but this is just the simpler ones. I picked them up because of the gold trim. I'm like, look how mid-century modern those look. Get them home, and I'm like, oh, those are Pyrex. So for the set, $10, number 17. $10, number 17, and that is my 2.
I love those. I have a crystal set of cruets next to my stove, and they come in so handy to have them next to Oh, you got Kim for that one. Nice. Okay.
Thank you, Kim.
My next item, oh, that's not the next item. This is, I have a face jug. I think he's fabulous. He looks like he's wearing a tricord hat. He's got a little couple of horseshoes hanging out on his hat. I guess he's supposed to be lucky. He is a federal glass piece, and his hat turns into the pitcher. Really nice handle feel. I can get 3 fingers in there, which is really great. Oh, let me turn it around. There's his federal heat proof. So I think this would be fabulous if you put your maple syrup in here, and then you can heat it up because it will take that, so you can have warm maple syrup. But I love his face.
I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. I probably would have had to kept it for a while if I'd found it.
I have kept it for a little while. I am ready to pass it on. I am. I just think he's great, and he's quirky, and it's a little bit, he reminds me of the Quaker Oats guy. I'm kind of getting a little Quaker Oats vibe off of him, but he's fabulous. He's not really big, and just for a different creamer to have out, or you don't have to use it as a creamer. There's so many things you can, and my ring light is blowing him out. There's so many different things you can use him for, but he's just fun. You can even put a plant in here and have him
on your desk and put pens in him, and he's just looking at you all the time.
He's just an oddity, and that's why I picked him up, because he's an oddity. He's a little oddball guy. So if you're interested in the Federal Creamer Face Jug, it'll be $10, number 82. Look at a profile. $10, number 82 on him. I do love him. And then my next thing would be, we're not really touching on barware, and that might be something that we do in the future, because barware is just a whole other category. Oh, I see you, Geneva. Thank you. Let me just write that down real quick. This would have been sitting on a bar. This is a daisy and buttons. There we go. Daisy and buttons pattern. I am not sure who made this. So many different companies had daisy and buttons. What I have to do, and I know it's out there, I think Katie from Vintage and Vinyl had put it out there. She did this whole thing about the bottoms of glass, and that you could tell by the bottom of the glass who made it. So I really have to look that up. This is a star with a flower.
Look at that too.
Yeah, I keep meaning to, and then I keep forgetting. So what you would have done is this would have been sitting on a bar, and in the 70s and in the 60s, there was nothing swankier than having a wet bar or a dry bar in your house. And then you would have had like beer nuts or pretzels, and you would have taken a little scoop and scooped them in your hand so that we didn't get all, germy with everyone digging their hands in. But this has so many different uses. I thought it was really pretty. I could see this being used Thanksgiving and Christmas for those cranberry sauce, or just leaving it out with some nuts, people. There's nothing like leaving snacks randomly around your house. I'm just saying. Hi, Debbie. How are you? So it's not a very big piece. It's a smaller guy. The plate itself, or the bowl itself, measures 5.5 inches. And this is the original spoon, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And it's more like it's lightweight, so it's probably like a silver-coated aluminum, because it is definitely a lightweight piece. It has a little bubbly, so it stays on its little hook, all nice and neat. So if you're interested in the hypnotize, it'll hypnotize you. If you're interested in the Daisy and Buttons little bar server, it'll be $12, number 85. $12, number 85. And those are my 2. Yeah, let's go.
I absolutely love that.
He is cute.
All right. I too have something Grillard. I have the casserole.
Oh, I
Now,
love
what is
that.
unusual about this? Look at the condition.
Oh,
I
got
found
you,
this
Jessie.
one other time, but the top had been scrubbed so often, you couldn't even tell that it had anything on it. So it is in fantastic condition.
I
Just
love the medallions.
amazing.
The color on the medallions are fabulous.
Yeah. So this was Fire King. Made in the US. Well, I guess it helps if I've got it. Fire King made in the USA. There you can see. So this is what the bottom looks like. And then, oh, let me see if I can remember where it is signed Grillard. Oh, of course I can't. But here's the lid again. It's amazing that it is in this condition.
Oh, it is. He was such a fantastic, all the designs that he did, I fell in love with every single one that I saw this weekend.
I didn't like his later designs.
Oh.
Because he designed clear through the 80s. Did he design into the 90s? But yeah, I didn't. I like his early stuff.
Earlier stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. So casserole.
It even sounds like a casserole.
Yeah,
when you put the lid on.
This size. And it is $20. Number one. $20 number one for the Grillard casserole. And I have not found any chips or cracks because I washed this when I first got it. So
hey, proud American.
Condition. Hi, Delbert. Hi, Sharon. My second item.
Pretty.
It's going to be a pretty specific piece, but if you've been on the hunt for one, you know. It is a Sunbeam Mixmaster juicer. Now, it does not have all of the bits and bobs and pieces that it should have. It would have had a little metal or plastic, depending on the time it was made. Little funnel piece that came down here, so the juice came out. And it would have had the juicer piece, metal piece up here. And it would have had a screw because it screwed onto your Mixmaster. But if you have a Mixmaster and you have been missing this piece, I have got it. This was the Sunbeam Mixmaster. The bottom just says the patent pending number, which I'm sure can date it if you know more about these, but
Do you know the first time I saw those, I thought they were some kind of bathroom device or like something from a dentist's office. Like when I first started seeing them.
Oh yeah, it looks like the dentist spit bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, they were always dirty and dingy when you found them too, but that one's fantastic condition. But I thought it was like some weird home health bathroom or kitchen, not kitchen thing. I don't know. I'm weird.
Hi, Susan. So across it is 7 inches. It is a little more than 5 inches tall from the funnel part. It is not a light piece. It was the juicer for the Mixmaster. And today it is only $10, number 13. $10, number 13. And that is my two.
I got a piece of E.O. Brody because, you know, when I find it, I love to bring it to Claudia's sales because she lives in E.O. Brody land. Now, they have lots of vases, milk glass vases, but I loved this one because it's so modern. So I'm going to get it in here really close so you can see the pattern. It's
very cubist.
Yes, very subtle. And I see this pattern, a very similar pattern on a lot of things that they're selling today out there in Target World or Target and Walmart and things like that. They're usually a little bit squatter, and then they have plants and stuff in them. So this would fit in beautifully with any, now I know not many of you out there have minimalist decor. I understand that. That's fine. But if you're into some of that modern and a little bit of minimalist, this is perfect. It's simple, it's elegant, it's now, which is great. So the EO Brody is on the bottom there. It's hard to see, but it is there on the bottom. It is in really good condition. There's a little wear down there. So this was used, which we always impart upon you guys. Use the stuff. Use your pretties. Use them. And, you know, cry if they break. That's fine. Glue them together if you can. But, you know, don't be sad.
Or polish them and make jewelry out of them.
Yes, we were talking about that yesterday. Getting a rock polisher and throwing it in there and then having your own vintage sea glass collection. So why not? So it's not a very big guy. I'm going to take a wild guess and say he's 10 inches tall. Oh, he's 9. No, Spino cigar. So 9-inch tall, little bud vase. This would look really lovely with some spring flowers in them, especially the ones that smell nice. Like, oh my goodness, hyacinths. I love hyacinths. They would look really pretty in this. So if you're interested in the E.O. Brody Cubist modern style milk glass vase, he'll be $10, number 81. $10, number 81 on that. Also look really nice out on your patio. Couple of cups, you know, when the kids bring you home the dandelions and you're supposed to do something with them, put them in a little jar. My next piece is a mini pitcher. I actually have 2 mini pitchers. I had a thing for minis this week, apparently. Now I'm going to massacre the name because
I never get it right either.
My New England accent, when it pokes up, wants to say things a certain way, and I want to say Kennewa because that's how we probably would say it in New England. But it has a sticker, which is great. It is a teal blue, peacock blue color, and it's got the grapes and leaves pattern and lots of spots for me cleaning it. I did not dry it inside, so it's not speckled or crackled. What you're seeing is water-dried spots. Because I didn't dry it, I let it dry. Note to self, use hotter water and a little bit of vinegar and let it drip dry. But it is a little guy, you can see, it's right there. And it's all hand blown with the applied handle. And it measures just a titch under 6 inches tall. So I can actually hold it with my finger. Really lovely, lovely piece. I love the wide spout. That is definitely one of my favorites. Once again, would look really great as I know. Kennewa. See? Kennewa. I never say it right. Kennewa. I don't know. I'll type in a word, one of these live chats, and I'll have everybody who's not from the area try to pronounce it, and then I'll tell you how it's actually said, and you'll all be mind boggled. So if you're interested, because it's another one of those Indian words, if you're interested in the Kennewa, which I'm just going to keep saying it wrong, little mini pitcher, it'll be $12, number 80. $12, number 80 on that guy. And those were my 2. Thank you.
I love the very distinctive shape they always have on the top of those little pictures.
Kitty, yes, that's one of them. That is one of them.
Yeah. All right. My next item is an Anchor Hocking tilt ball pitcher with the ice lip. And this is the color applied afterwards and then baked on for the chemical reaction. So there are some spots where the color has worn off. But for its age, it's in pretty good condition. And I learned something I didn't know. These were purchased, or these were made under the Fire King line by Anchor Hocking, and they were made in response to the Fiesta ware.
Oh.
Because Fiesta ware had become so popular, people were not buying glass, and the glass companies needed something that was going to compete with Fiesta ware, so they came out with this line of very colorful glass. So you can see it was clear glass and then treated with the fired on color.
I swear, if you're going to have a ball pitcher, it has to be red. In my opinion, you have to have a red one because it's so classic.
Yeah, this color was flame. So it's that orangey red. It's not a ruby red. It's that orangey red. And these were made from 1939 through the 50s. So that's as close as I can date it. but it sits because it's flat here. So it sits at this angle, which I just absolutely love that.
Yes,
So
the
your
sheen on it
handle
is
is on top.
fantastic.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
And at the same
So-
time, it reminds me of the Kool-Aid Man from the 80s.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So this one is going to be $15, number 8. $15, number 8 for the tilt ball pitcher. Then my second item, this one I got at the antique. Well, I got both those at the antique store actually, but I showed it in my haul, said I'd have to do some research on it. Research, can't find anything about it. Nothing, not a thing.
Oh, yep.
So
I've
it's
seen
not
them.
a mayonnaise jar or a mayonnaise server, which I found one that was for sale that was listed that way. It's not. It's not quite wide enough to get the glass mayonnaise spoon down in it. So I know it's not that, but I don't know what it is. And here's what's interesting. So it's clear glass with the applied blue, but you can feel where they added the black glass to the lip. So I'm pretty sure that this is true black glass on top, but the blue is fired onto clear. I don't know. Couldn't find anything. I don't know if it's check. I mean, it showed up nothing in any research I did on it, besides that one that was clearly listed wrong.
That I'm with Kitschy. I've seen them in orange. Yes. Which I think is a weird orange, and then with the black rim around the top. Yes, but never blue.
Man, if I had seen that in orange, I would have saved it and put it in a Halloween. That would be so cool. But I love the black and blue combination of colors. So that's why I picked it up. It's 4 1/4 inches tall, but 6 inches wide. So it's wider than it is tall. It's super pretty. It does look very Art Deco, but I don't know. I couldn't nail it down to any time frame.
Great modern colors too, because those are very popular colors now. The combination,
the blue and the black.
But now I want the for Halloween. Yes. Now,
but if you feel it, it feels like the black was layered over.
It probably was.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Hi, Kathy. So it is $12, number 15. $12, number 15, and that is mine too.
I almost tossed my glass. It wouldn't be a show if I didn't bump something, knock something over, drop something. I don't know. Okay, so I have a mini fridge dish with lid.
Thank you, now, Chris.
You got that? Yeah. From what I was able to research, because sometimes taking pictures of these, you get weird stuff that shows up, and sometimes it's not fun stuff. Once again, back to the toilet thing. I've taken pictures of things and I get bathroom stuff. I don't know how often, but it's the lid that I can tell that it is Anchor Hocking. It's not Mark's, but it is an Anchor Hocking piece, and it's this depressed.
Hi, Leslie.
Hey, lid. But you can very easily get your fingers on the little nubbin, and it's also so that you can stack them, because you would stack these a lot in your fridge. This great alternative to Tupperware, but it doesn't have to be. I did find this in my Depression glass book, so I'm going to date it to the Depression era, which is the 30s, and then we titch out to the 50s and titch out a little bit to the 20s, but we'll say the 30s to the 40s. It is in pristine condition, no chips or cracks, and there are lots of different uses for these. They're great little storage jars, but they're also just great little canisters to leave out, especially if you have fun, colorful stuff. And
my mom uses them as Friggy dishes. She stores her food in them.
Yeah, they're fabulous. I'll give you a quick measure on this one because it is a smaller one. I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say it's like 4 or 5 inches across, 5 inches by 5 inches, just about. So it's a little square. So we got like 5 by 5 here. Yes, you are the hardest working worker, Chris. You really, really are.
Yes, she is.
So if you're interested in the Anchor Hocking kitchen fridge dish, which these would have been staples in anybody's kitchen, My grandmother was terrified of the microwave. So was my grandfather for the longest time. My grandfather worked for Raytheon, and they made the first microwaves. They're the people who kind of pretty much invented them. So he brought home one of the first microwaves ever, and he had a radiation detector on the back of every single microwave after that, even though you didn't need it. Every single one. And I think this because my grandmother was terrified that she was going to get irradiated. So if you're interested in this, it'll be $12, number 86 on the fridge dish. $12, number 86. And then my next piece is a baby picture. Now I'm pretty sure this
that
is from the child.
color.
Yes, love it.
Oh.
It's such a pretty. Oh, I got you, MJ. Thank you very much. Words are hard for me today.
Hi, MJ.
Okay. So I think this was and I'm pretty sure, because once again, I take pictures of it, I get all sorts of weird stuff. I am almost 100% positive this is a child's picture from a set of little dishes from kitchens they had.
Oh,
So they would
love that.
It's so cute. They would emulate their mom by having Helen. I hope you're feeling better, Helen. They would emulate their moms, and even kids' play sets were made out of glass back then, which is just mind-numbing. Now, this is a satiny glass. It's a little more satin on the outside, a little more slick on the inside, not much. And I think it's great because it will hold water. You can pour it out. But I thought it'd be a really cute little, you could put little Q-tips in it. You could put little flowers in, like little tiny wildflowers would look, or just sit it in the window and let it look pretty. It does have that cube, like ice cube stack to it, which I think is really fun.
I love that so
and no marking.
much.
No marking, I'm sorry. So if you're interested in my mini picture, I love the peacock blue color. It's one of my new favorite colors. It'll be $10, number 99.
Oh, that's $10, a great price.
Number 99.
Oh, I love it.
Guy. And those are my two. It is really cute and sweet.
Love that. All right,
oh,
so my next items are choice and just little sherbet dessert bowls. This was Anchor Hocking Royal Ruby. This was Hazel Atlas Moroccan Amethyst.
Oh,
I love to pick these up in the colors that go with my different rooms. So my bedroom was jewel tones. So now I'm changing it, which is why these are up for sale. But, you know, store my little trinket. This one had crystals in it. This one had jewelry in it. So I had jewel tones in my room. Now I'm switching to more of a 1950s look in there. But I think they're fantastic. Even though these originally would have been pieces of kitchen, your whole kitchen dish set, I think now they're just beautiful to add to a room where you need something that's pretty but functional. So this little one, it's an itty bitty one. It is just 2 1/4 inches tall. The other one's 2 inches tall, but the other one is bigger around.
They're also great snack bowls for, you know, limiting your portions. They're great little mini snack bowls.
Yeah, they are good snack bowls too. How cute would it be if you got all little sherbet dishes in all the colors for family night? Everybody has their own color of bowl. Oh my goodness, I love that idea.
Oh, I like that. Or taco night when you put out all your fixins and you need something to put on. Because I lay everything out in a little bowl so everyone can do what they want.
Yep. My mom does that, but with clear glass. Because, you know, my mom is the clear glass queen.
She is the clear glass lady. I love the deep ruby, though. I love that one.
This was called Royal Ruby, and this one was Moroccan Amethyst. That was the name of these two dish lines. So they're just $5 a piece. Number 20. If you want one of them, the first person will get to pick which color they want. $5 each. Their choice. Number 20.
Or you use them as little baby sherbet dishes. Little baby dessert dishes.
Yeah. And then my last item is
you got Tracy.
Which one do you want, Tracy? Purple or red?
At that price, I take both. Yep.
Both. All right. Thank you, Tracy. So my last set is a set of 4. I could find no information on these whatsoever, but they were so fun I had to bring them. They do have a tiny bit of dishwasher damage on the bottom of them. So I'm going to be completely transparent about that. The price will reflect that, but they have fish etched onto them. Those are little fish.
That
so
I can
stinking
that.
cute. So there are 4. I have a set of 4, and these are 16-ounce glasses. So
Or
I don't
perfect
know
parfait
that
glasses.
they are vintage, but they will fit in with vintage because of these fish etched on here. They're so fantastic. So I have no idea. I could find nothing about them. Once I got them scrubbed up, I realized they had some dishwasher damage on the bottom of them. So for all 4, they are just $10, number 10. I think these would be great in a lake house. And since they're a 16-ounce, they're going to hold a nice amount of lemonade or iced tea. But I just
or fancy cocktail.
Awesome.
Very fancy cocktail. I could see them being used as little parfait glasses too.
Well, they would be quite big for a parfait because that's a lot of dessert in there.
Parfait. That's one of the things I'm a sucker for.
Yep, Angela said the same thing. Layered parfaits.
That's like strawberry shortcakes. Like you layer like a little strawberry shortcake.
Yes.
Now I want strawberry shortcake.
I'm just hungry in general.
I know. I know. Okay, this is not kitchen glass, but I had to bring it. I know how much everybody really likes their sea life, and when you find something with a sticker on it, you pick it up. So I have.
I love this.
Oh,
I love it.
Pilgrim glass. And I'm calling it a marlin. Y'all can call it what you want. It's a big butt fish, but I'm calling it a marlin. And he still has his pilgrim sticker. Which of course
that's another thing. I never find pilgrim glass around here. Never.
It's rare that I find pilgrim glass. This probably came from the 60s into the 70s. So late 60s, early 70s. I could be a little off on my timing, but they did a lot of figural pieces. Right around that time, the mid-century pieces came out. That's when all of the different glass companies were doing different figural pieces. So he's fantastic. He's got a nice polished bottom, not super shiny, but that's good. He's got no condition issues on him at all. He's just in really great shape, and he's not that big. I just think he's fab. So if you're interested in and he's green, like this really nice mid-century avocado green.
I love him.
He's just so much fun. So if you're interested in him, he will be $12, number 93. $12, number 93 on this guy. And now my favorite piece. I saved the best for last this time. There's a story that goes behind these. I picked these up at Stormville over the weekend. And this poor man, he's sitting behind his table, all on his little lonesome. Oh, I see you, Tracy. And I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, I'm okay. How are you? And I wander over and I see a set of 4 of these beauties sitting there. And I was like, oh, I love those. He goes, yeah, I did too. But I'm going to tell you now, 2 of them got doinks on them because some lady came by, picked them up, dropped them, and broke or chipped 2 of them. He's like, I am so mad. I was like, oh my God, I hate when that happens. He goes, yep. So then there's another couple on the other side, and they're like, is this a donkey in a cart? And he goes, yeah. And they said, where's the donkey? He said, somebody stole it out of my yard last week. I was like, dude, if it wasn't for no luck, you'd have bad luck. You'd have no luck at all.
Guy.
I felt horrible. That's why I went, I'll take the 2. I'll take the 2 glass pieces. And oh, good. I'm glad. Thanks, Nancy. They do glow. The stems glow. So and they glow big time. So let's see if I can get them.
I love them so much.
There they go. They glow. Whoop, whoop. And they are very brilliant, even in the sun. They're fantastic. They are etched with flowers.
Oh, they're so gorgeous.
I know Claudia loves her goblets. She inspires me. So,
And my
still not gonna do it.
uranium glass.
And your uranium. Oh, there we go. They're flowers with leaves like draped around them. So they're etched up here and then uranium down on the bottom. Now, they have no chips on the lid, on the tops, but the bottom of this one has like a little on its stem. It's like a little mark there. All right. Where my thumb is, right there. But these are fabulous. I've been drinking some white wine out of these. Oh, or red, but it just kind of felt white. Really pretty. So if you're interested in my glowy goblets, my fancy glowy goblets, they'll be $12 for the pair, number 95. $12, number 95 for the two of them. And those are my last two. Ooh.
Do you want to do a recap of the things from the beginning?
I can do a few. Yeah, I can do a few. That's all right. I'm all right with that.
Hi, Peggy.
Come on. So I will do that. Let me just put this down here so I don't confuse the sold with the unsold. So let's see. We had, hey Peg, how you doing? We had the Fenton Hobnail chip and dip. It is marked Fenton. I'm going to try to get in there. There's a little Fenton oval chip and dip bowl, 8 inches across. That was $15, number 87 on that guy. I had the George Grillard condiment set. There are 2 of them. They do have spoons. I'm pretty sure they're not their original spoons. But you have the little condiment set with the cranberry pink on the inside and the gold on the outside. These were for the set, number 98, $24 on those. So you get so used to saying things in a certain order, and then when you throw yourself for a loop, you're like, they're not $98, people. You'd have to be made out of real gold. E.O. Brody Cubist, very modern milk glass bud vase, which I really loved. I thought was cute. $10, number 81 on that. And the last guy here, the Kanawa, because you saw the glowy glass. The Kanawa, which I can never say right. There's the sticker, grape and leaves, another beautiful peacock color, Kanawa picture, small guy, 6 inches. And this guy was $12, number 80. And that's my recap.
All right. So I had the Pyrex cereal bowl, Pyrex by Corning. And that was $5, number 16. I also had some Grillard. I had the casserole dish in fantastic condition.
On the glow glass?
On the glowy glass?
Oh, glowy glass.
The uranium.
If you're talking about the uranium glass, Tracy, it was number 95 for $12. All I saw was gloat. I was like, did I have something I gloated about?
So I had the George Grillard casserole, and that was $20, number 1. Ooh.
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Isn't it, Peg?
And then the Sunbeam Mixmaster juicer attachment, which was $10, number 13. And last, I had the Flame Tilt Bowl pitcher, which I love it. $15, number 8.
You're so right. We all do gloat.
Yes, we do.
We do. And it's hard to sell the glowy glass sometimes because I have a little mini collection of it myself. And John's like, we have enough wine glasses, sell those. And he doesn't usually say that.
So Thank you all for being here. Did we decide what next week's topic is going to be? I don't remember.
I thought we minorly discussed it, but now I don't remember.
Yeah,
no,
I don't
remember.
I know
you guys have any?
At some point upcoming, we'll be talking about the difference between crystal and glass.
Yeah, I know that.
We're talking about that at some point, and we'll probably cover barware.
Yes, we should cover barware. I have a thing for barware. All I drink is wine, and I'll have a beer, but I'm really a wine drinker, and occasionally I'll have a mixed drink.
I don't at all, but I love barware.
But I love barware. Yeah, I don't. It's not like I do that, but barware. Barware might be fun to kind of do.
Yeah,
Barware might be fun.
I have a lot of it. I should probably start passing some of it along.
But this barware is vast too. You have glasses, you have highballs, you have lowballs in the glass range, and then you have serving pitchers and ice buckets. And
well, I
so
remember when I learned why different wines were served in different glasses.
Yeah.
And so it's the same with why you make a mixed drink in one kind of glass versus another. So yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, Kathy.
Oh boy, I think the construction we got done just in time. I think the construction got back.
We will be having a sale with Mr. Nicky in May on my channel on a Thursday night. That is going to be another another metal, stone, and wood sale.
So looking forward to that one.
Looking forward to that. That is going to be super fun. And Skunky Junk Sean will be joining us. That'll be happening in May. What do you have going on for sales this week?
Oh, goodness gracious. I have a lot. But I'll answer Nancy's question first. My dog. It comes from my dog. We had a puppy when I started this. She was just a couple months old when we started. And she's a black dog. And her name is Nix. And I've had her since she was 6 weeks old. And she is now a year and a half. So that's how I got my name. So this week, tomorrow, over on Jen's channel, Janine's channel, we're doing an OG sale. Just her and I, which I love. Ooh, salt and peppers. Ooh, I love salt and peppers. That's
Bridget
cool.
thought that the oil and vinegar were salt and pepper.
Oh, did she?
Because I hadn't said what they were. I just posted a picture on Instagram.
Yeah. And you have to take a guess as to what it is. Then Wednesday is the craft off. I'm going to pump the craft off. Wednesday is the craft off. It's on Helen Booty's channel, New England Thrifter. If you have not tuned in for the craft off, you've got to tune in. You can show up and watch me burn myself. It starts at, oh, goodness gracious, 7 or 7:30. I cannot remember. Help, somebody in the chat. I know you guys are all there who are going to do this. What time is it on Helen's channel? Because I totally forgot it was Wednesday. Totally. I know what I'm doing, but I totally forgot. So I know we're going to have Dee from Thrill the Thrift on. Gina from Vintage Digs is going to be on. Picasso Cat's going to be there. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. 7. Okay, thank you, Kathy. Steph sells stuff by the seashore. I'm sure Angela's going to be there. And there's going to be Jen and Roy are hosting. It is a kick in the pants. Just show up to watch me hurt myself. That's the only reason why people come watch me. And then Thursday, I'm going to be over on Kitschy Cat's channel. And she's going to be doing her round 2 of her epic estate haul. And if you didn't see round 1, go back and watch it. Because you will be amazed. I wish I had a box. All right, so she had a box, no lie, this big, and the amount
the tiny swan
that she pulled out of this little box. I swear it had to be like 15 or 20 pieces she pulled out of this box, this mystery box that she bought and didn't open it, so she opened it online. So you've got to come and check out her thing on Thursday. Yes, it is recycled Earth Day stuff. That's what we're going to be doing. That's at 3 Eastern over on her channel. And then I've got my sale on Sunday. And for the life of me, I cannot remember. Oh, it is you. All right, it is you. I was like, okay, I thought, because you know what it is? The month is changing. So we're going from April to May this week. So Claudia will be with me on Sunday and Roy. And I think that's also over on Jen's channel. So that'll be a oh goodness.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 4 of us will have so much fun.
I'll be in the little corner just being neutral, and Jen will be attacking Roy, and Claudia will be defending baby innocent Roy. So it'll be very interesting.
She better not mess with my Roy.
Yeah.
So I have Wednesday morning for my regular sale. Grab your copy and join me to welcome someone new to YouTube. Unique Shop. She's on Instagram. She's awesome. She's got amazing stuff. So she's going to do her first YouTube live with me. And then I'm doubling up on sales that day because that evening I will be on Horizon Picks Vintage Takeover. So I'm not telling you not to go to the craft off because I think you should go to the craft off. But I will be over there and it's totally different kind of style from what we do on our channel. It's very fast paced. It's a bunch of sellers. You get, I think, like 3 minutes to sell as many items as you can in 3 minutes. And so it'll be interesting. it's a new experience for me. And so that's what I'm going to be doing Wednesday night. That is on Horizon Picks YouTube channel at 7. And then Thursday, Barbie, Punk, Funk, and Barbie will be joining me for a fun and funky sale Thursday at 6 p.m. on my channel. So all those times are Eastern. That is what I have going on. And then we will see you Sunday and Monday next week.
Yeah. We get extra doses of Claudia this coming week. I'm very excited. So that's it. That's all I got. Yep, that's all I got.
Happy Monday, guys.
Enjoy the rest of your day, peoples. We'll see you later.
Go forth and be productive.
Yes.